Hello friends, welcome again. Friends, in our previous videos, we discussed what a lyric poetry is, and we also discussed different types of lyric like ballad, elegy, ode and sonnet. And in one of the videos, we discussed different types of sonnets. So friends, today we want to discuss sonnet number 144 written by William Shakespeare. Friends, as the students of literature, we know who William Shakespeare was. William Shakespeare was the greatest dramatist of the Elizabethan age. He is also known as the father of English tragedy. And as a poet also, he has written more than 154 sonnets. And today we want to discuss sonnet number 144 out of this 154 sonnets written by William Shakespeare. But before we discuss that poem, let's recollect what a sonnet is, and then we will move on to discuss the poem. Remember that sonnet is a lyric, it is a type of lyric, it is a poem written in 14 lines, and most of the lines are iambic pentameter lines. Iambic pentameter means there are 5 iambs, that means there are 10 syllables in which we have a rising rhythm. The first syllable is unstressed, second stressed, third unstressed, fourth stressed. This is how we have a rising rhythm in iambic pentameter lines. If we talk about the olden sonnets written in English literature, most of the sonnets were written on the theme of love, but later on many poets have done so many experiments with the sonnet, and they started writing on the topics of politics, on nature, they started writing on religion also, sometimes spirituality and so on. But let's have a look at what a Shakespearean sonnet is. Shakespearean sonnet, friends, is also known as an English sonnet or as an Elizabethan sonnet. Okay, in these kind of sonnets we find 4 stanzas in which the first 3 stanzas are quatrains. Quatrain means a stanza of 4 lines. So the first 3 stanzas are quatrains, and the last stanza is a couplet, and couplet takes 2 lines. And the rhyming scheme of a Shakespearean sonnet is always A B in the first stanza, C D in the second stanza, E F in the third stanza, and G in the fourth stanza. So this is what is known as a Shakespearean sonnet. And if we talk about the present poem, sonnet number 144, then let me introduce the central idea of this poem. Friends, here Shakespeare has presented a triangle of conflict. सभी के मन में कुछ न कुछ संघर्ष चलता रहता है. अभी शेक्सपियर के मन में भी कोई संघर्ष चलता था, और ये संघर्ष जो है वो अच्छाई और बुराई के बीच में था, in which Shakespeare is clutched. Shakespeare is now in a position where he cannot take a stand whether to go on this side or to go on that side. So good things and bad things are going on together in the mind of the poet, and this is the idea presented in this poem. As you can see, this poem, it is written in 4 stanzas, first 3 quatrains, and the last one is a couplet. Friends, now let's start the discussion of the lines as found in this poem. I begin with the first stanza. In this first stanza, Shakespeare has introduced the central idea, the main conflict which was going on in his mind, and that is done in the very first stanza. I read these lines. Two loves I have of comfort and despair. The poet in the very first line talks about two loves. The poet says, मेरे पास दो मोहब्बत है, comfort and despair. That means one gives me comfort and the other gives me despair. Despair means disappointment, sadness. एक मुझे अच्छा फील कराती है और दूसरा मुझे बुरा फील कराती है। एक मुझे खुशी देती है तो दूसरी मुझे निराशा देती है। I have two loves of comfort and despair, which like two spirits do suggest me still. The better angel is a man right fair, the worser spirit a woman colored ill. Here in the first stanza, metaphorically, the poet has presented two characters. One is a better angel, a good angel, and another is a spirit, a woman colored ill, that means a dark lady, that means an evil angel, right? So, two angels are there in the poet's mind. Okay, one is a better angel and the other one is a worser spirit, a worser angel, which is a dark lady. Let's move on to discuss the second stanza. To win me soon to hell, this dark lady, the woman colored ill, takes me to the hell. Means मेरे में जो बुराई है वो मुझे नर्क की तरफ ले जा रही है. My female evil tempts my better angel from my side. These bad thoughts in my mind, takes me, leads me to hell and takes me away from my better angel, from my good angel. Okay, and would corrupt my saint to be a devil. There is a saint in me. दोस्तों, हम सभी में अच्छाई और बुराई एक साथ रहती है और जब बुराई ज़्यादा हो जाती है तो वो हमें अच्छाई से दूर लेके जाती है. तो यही बात कवि अपने मन में जो संघर्ष चल रहा था अच्छाई या बुराई के बीच में, उसी की बात यहाँ पर और आगे बढ़ा के सेकेंड स्टांजा में कवि प्रस्तुत करते हैं. एंड वुड करप्ट माई सेंट, सेंट मतलब अच्छा आदमी, टू बी ए डेविल, उनको बुराई की तरफ ले जा रहा है. wooing his purity with her foul pride. And whether that my angel be turned fiend, suspect I may yet not directly tell. But being both from me, both to each friend, I guess one angel in another's hell. The poet wants to say that the bad angel, the dark lady, the woman colored ill, tempts me to move towards hell, and that keeps me, that takes me away from good thoughts. Okay, so हमारे मन में जो संघर्ष चल रहा होता है, इसी किस्म का एक संघर्ष कवि के मन में अभी चल रहा है. and the poet says that it takes me to hell, yet this shall I never know, but live in doubt till my bad angel fire my good one out. He says that I am still having some doubts in my mind whether I will be able to stick to my good thoughts or not, but I have doubt that this bad angel will fire my good one out, will fire the good angel from my heart out. Okay, so it is a fight between good angel and bad angel. So this is how the poet has tried to present his conflict through this poem. Okay, now let's have a look at the versification of this sonnet. This sonnet number 144 is a typical Shakespearean sonnet. Why? Because it is written in 14 lines, 3 quatrains and 1 couplet. Okay, the first quatrain sets the scene, it presents the main idea. The second quatrain develops, the second and the third quatrain they develop the idea, and the last couplet concludes the idea. So you can say it is a typical Shakespearean sonnet. If we talk about the rhyming scheme of the poem is A B A B, C D C D, E F E F, and G G. Okay, and if I talk about the meter as used by William Shakespeare, then you can say Shakespeare has used iambic pentameter lines. One iamb takes 2 syllables, in which the first one is unstressed, the second one is stressed. If you see the these opening lines, two loves I have of comfort and despair. There are 5 iambs. Two loves is one iambus, I have another iambus, of come third iambus, fourth iambus, despair fifth iambus. So 5 iambs are there, in which the first one is unstressed, the second syllable is stressed. So you can say it is iambic pentameter line. Look at line number 6 and 8. Here there is a variation presented. Here instead of iambus, the poet Shakespeare has presented a trochee, in which the first one is stressed, the second one is unstressed. Tempteth, in which the first one is stressed. Wooing, the first one is stressed. So a kind of variation is also presented by William Shakespeare. All in all, the poem Sonnet 144 is a poem about conflict between good and evil. So friends, here I finish this video. If you have any doubts or questions, do write to me in the comment section of this channel. Thank you very much.